Hey you, and welcome back to City Skylines After Dark. Now I gotta tell you, I've really been enjoying this. This has been really nice. Yeah, it's just lovely. It's just lovely. I'm having a ball. It's been a great day. There's lots of new little bits and pieces that I haven't been able to unlock yet, but you know, you've been able to see them to some degree. One thing I'm really liking, and I'm going to show you something here. This is kind of cool. I'm going to go into the world policies here. There are some cool things. Recycling, that's a really standard thing for me. I just worldwide now, it's the whole city thing. Parks and recreation, I always like that one. You know, the budget is more, but everything just matters more. Education boost, I think that's always great. This is a new one, school's out. This is saying, you know, trades are important. Maybe not everybody has to go to university. Not everybody has to be an overemployed or an overeducated employee. Sometimes you just go to school for a while and you go out and you take a trade and you become a very, very rich plumber or electrician or carpenter, or, you know, open your own company of some sort. So this shifts that. You won't need as many schools. Something to think about. Harsh prison. I've been trying to say this all day and it comes out wrong every time. Harsh prison sentences, which is apparently a sentence I can't say. So this actually doubles the term. So you got crime, if that's a problem for you, you know what? Get those people off the street and keep them there. Just keep them there for a while longer. So it's just reducing crime rate immediately, which is kind of cool. This one is a new tax thing where you, and I'll show you how this connects here in a second. Any area that you have specialized as a leisure kind of neighborhood. Look at all the people using that tube station. I love it. And then walking. Those are all people who are not driving cars. Sorry, total squirrel moment, but I love that. I love all these bikes coming over the hill. They're going into the tube station. They're using the bike paths. They're walking. One of the things I love about the game is that you can sort of set up that mindset and not have just all the cars all the time. So this one actually stops your income tax from those specialized areas. But then, I guess the idea being they can now take those funds and they can put it into making their entertainment value higher. They can get better entertainment. They can take care of their place. They can, you know, put a fresh paint job on or something like that. So the attractiveness is better. That's kind of cool. That could be something you'd want to do if you're really looking to move in, you know, tourism to an area, something like that. A lot of these are, you know, that's always a standard for me. I love it. Look at this. Encourage biking. Wow. Most citizens will prefer bicycles over cars. Now, depending on the layout of your town and how far away things are, that doesn't mean they always will use bikes, but they kind of prefer to if they can. And like the walkers on the paths, they're willing to hike. They'll go a long way by bike. So again, you know, better air, less traffic to worry about. Right now, by default, they do tend to, like they'll come off the paths, and if you watch them, where's this guy? See, they're going right down the sidewalk. Well, he's just going into the tube station, but they do use the sidewalks. There are roads, as I showed you last time, that you can, like this. There are, where is it? This one here. You know, that one is a 6-lane road with bicycle lanes. There is this one here, the 4 with bicycle lanes. And you've got this little guy here that has bicycle lanes. And those are roads, have the lanes right in them. So you don't have to worry about putting the paths in. If you use a lot of those roads, the bikes will be going everywhere. And I hadn't found those yet. When I put in all of these paths all over, I like the paths anyway, because then I can take them back through the trees and they can take the scenic route and they can go around the park, and you know, well, that's how I build, right? So that's okay. But you can choose to have them just not do that anymore, and it will force them to stay on the paths, stay on your roads, whatever, and keep them off the sidewalks. If you think that's a health hazard for, you know, the little elderly people running around with their canes, that might be something you want to do. This, not in my backyard. No loud noises at night. Some of the specialized areas, they don't close down at night. You'll notice when you're playing this on the day-night cycle, is that certain neighborhoods, there's hardly any traffic, there's hardly anybody walking. They get very quiet. It's kind of nice. If you turn this on, But the leisure places are all the time. They're nightlife. There's more people going there at night. They're just going. They're a lot more active. There's a lot of stuff going on. If you turn this on, it's going to keep things. It's going to be just like my town, where there is nothing to do at night. It's going to be, you know, awesome. So the old town, most only residents and businesses, so you can have an area. You just don't want people driving through. You don't want them taking a shortcut through a really nice, quiet neighborhood that you've worked hard to make beautiful and safe for its citizens. You can create a thing. This, no, you can't go here. You can't use that part and go around. You've got a highway, go use it. You don't live here, there's the door. And I think it's pretty cool. I actually really like that. I think that was quite popular today. People were going, "Oh, that's such a nice idea. That's kind of, you know, it's kind of lovely." Now with the districts, there is some new stuff, you know, make one, get rid of one. That's the same old specializing. You've seen these before, the forestry, farming, ores, which is what this area we're looking at right now was at one point, and just generic industry. But we now have this. You can specialize an area in tourism. So there's commercial zones that serve tourists. You will be getting hotels, restaurants. Your buildings are going to be different. So down on the bay, when I put in the marina, and I've got the London Eye, and I've got the putting, the driving range, and I've got the casino, and I've got the zoo, and I've got the riding stables, I can create that as a specialized area. Make sure it has, you know, really good connections to the airport. Maybe put an airport right nearby. You know, have the train stations and things like that to make it attractive to tourists. But the buildings will be different. You're going to have those hotels, and you're going to have the restaurants for them to stay in. And I think that is amazing. I love that. Leisure activities. There's the nightlife. They're noisy. They're going all the time. People are up drinking late. They're going to restaurants after the pub closes. They're doing all the things that people do through the night. So it's a lot noisier. So if you have an area where people are living, you're going to have some noise pollution to deal with. And a no commercial specializations. So if you have taken a commercial zone and done something with it, it just like takes it away nice and fast. You don't have to rebuild the whole thing. So there's some new bits and bobs that are, you know, affecting big chunks of your land, some new policies, new standards, new things to look for, and I'm loving the expansion. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I'm using this particular map now because I adore these buildings, and I haven't made a leisure place yet, but I'm gonna be streaming this on Saturday mornings for a while over on Twitch, and we're going to fill this map up and get all of the things open. And because I had like wiped everything and gotten rid of all the mods and all the assets and everything and started brand new, these things are not open. They're just working through getting them open again. And you know, up here, the monuments, working through getting, I want the Eden project. I've only got 2 things down. I've got all of that, and each of those, of course, have got their own requirements. So it's coming. There's new shopping. There's new, you know, and I don't know if I've showed you these or not. New unique buildings. I'll do another recording for that maybe tomorrow. I'm tired. Until I see you guys next time. Live your life happy. Oh, look at this poor people over there with nothing to do. No parks. We just won't. It'll be fine. So until I see you next time, live your life happy, build it beautiful. Bella says hello, and plant a tree. You ready to do something? Long day, Bells. You guys take care. Bye-bye. Oh, I will stop this. Long day. Bye-bye. Broadcast and done.